did you know that casting Viggo Mortensen as Aragon was a very last-minute decision and would probably never have happened if it wasn't for his son?
We had a hiccup in the casting process because another actor had been cast in the role of Aragorn, and we just came to a realization that we had cast the role a little too young. It caused us a lot of headaches because we were now shooting the film, we couldn't stop shooting it, and we only had a very limited number of days that we could shoot without the character of Aragorn.
I got a phone call at home saying, "Do you want to get on a plane tomorrow to go to New Zealand?" And I said, "For what?" And then they said, "The Lord of the Rings."
I knew that this was a very, very important conversation, that he'd never met me before, he didn't know who I was, I'd never met him, he'd never been to New Zealand before, he hadn't read the Lord of the Rings.
I just said, "Well, can I think about it for a minute?" He said, "Well, not very long, but you have till this afternoon."
And we somehow had to try to persuade him to take this role because we thought he would be really great, and we badly wanted him now in this movie. We were in a real bind.
And I hung up the phone, and my son was with me there. He says, "What was that about? Was that Lord of the Rings?" I said, "Yeah, they're making a movie out of it." And he knew the story. I didn't.
And I know that the person we really have to thank for persuading Viggo was his son, Henry. Because Henry was about, I think he was about 11 or 12 years old at that time, and he was a huge fan of The Lord of the Rings, and absolutely was beside himself when he thought that his dad could get to play Aragorn.
So it was nice to have his blessing, you know what I mean?
The original actor who was supposed to play Aragon was actually Stuart Townsend, but like Peter Jackson said, he thought he might be a little bit too young to play the role, which is why they had to replace him in the last minute. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below for all things Middle-earth content.